girl Zoe with the T, and I am back with another video today. I will be talking I'll be discussing the same thing before about the college experience, but today I will be talking about which college is best for you. This is like the biggest topic, I guess, when you're trying to figure out college, like which one should I go with, like, or which one do I want to put on my list. Let's say that too. So like I said in the other video, I went to UC Irvine. That's why I'm wearing this hat, UCI. And I'm just pretty much gonna talk about like what goes into figuring out what college is best for you. So here we go. Number one, the biggest thing I feel like, other than, well, I mean, all these things I'm going to be talking about is pretty big, but this one for me was a huge one, which selected what region I wanted to be in. So pretty much the weather. So like the weather is a really big thing. People don't think about it, but it really is, because listen, if you love the hot sun and you're from, I don't know, Southern California, and you're from, I don't know, Arizona, New Mexico, and you vibe with the sun, you love the sun, you know, you don't like the cold, then why are you taking your butt all the way to Boston? Just saying. Like, why are you taking your butt all the way to Boston, or why are you going all the way to New York? Because you know the winters are very, very cold. Like, it don't make no sense. Or if you are from Boston or you're from New York and you vibe with the winter time and you like the cool, you like the breeze, you're not really a summer person, even though they have like really bad summers, but you don't want that when you go to school, why are you taking your butt to LA, or why are you taking your butt to Arizona? You know, like, it don't make no sense. Or even Florida, because they're always hot. It doesn't make any sense. So I think you should always take into account what the weather is going to be like, especially for the fall and winter, because you're going to be going to school majority of the winter and the fall, and those are what's kind of, I guess, cold seasons rather than the springtime. Even spring is cold depending on where you're at. So I think it's important to make sure you know what the weather is going to be like, whatever school you decide to go to. Sorry about my bump, it's so ugly, but that's beside the point. I can't do anything about it, you know, it's Rona. Rona with that mask makes me get bumps and acne. But anywho, so the weather is very important for me. I knew I don't like the wind, I don't like the cold, so I decided to stay over on the west side. And that's where I pretty much picked or selected the schools on my list to go off of, okay? Number two is the major. Okay, your parents are spending money, or you yourself are spending money to go to a school. So make sure the school that you're going to has the majors that you want, or, you know, the major that you're wanting to go to, or what the major that you want to, the major that you want to major in, the major or the study that you want to major in. Make sure that that is, you know, high end at your college, because like, who wants to go to a school that is known for science and you want to be a performer? That makes no sense. Or like, if you are, you know, if the school is known for criminology, why are you going to a school that is known for English study? That doesn't make any sense. Like, you know, you want to make sure that the program that you're in is a good program, like, and it's known, it's a known program. It doesn't have to be the top school. Like, I think people don't realize that, you know, oh, well, the top program or film program is at USC. There are bomb programs out there that are film programs, and it's not just USC. That's not just because it's the biggest school doesn't mean that it's gonna have the best program. Or like, just because it's the biggest school, yeah, it might have a good program, but there are other small schools that have bomb programs that everybody knows about. So make sure that the program that you're trying to go, or the program or the major that you're trying to study in, make sure that it's like good at that school. Like, I'm telling you, I know people that are undeclared and they go to a school and they ended up, you know, picking a major, but that major is really not the best major at that school. So even if you're undeclared, like, think about, like, you know, things that you like or you might want to gear towards, just so you know what school that you want to go to. Most definitely. Like, for myself, I picked UCI because I knew that their drama program was a really good drama program, and it was now it's like a really top program, especially for graduates. It's like really good program, but definitely, and I liked what they offered. That is another thing. Make sure your major offers you something, because like, why would you go to a school where your major does not offer any? I swear, Nina always is. One day y'all are gonna meet Nina, okay? Because she's always barking. But anywho, so you want to make sure that the major offers you something, because you're spending 4 years or 2 years of your life. Your parents are spending money on you, and or you are spending money on yourself to go to school, and your major does not offer you nothing at that school. Like, that's pointless. That's dumb. So it's important to do your research too. Like, oh my gosh, when you're picking a school, make sure you do your research. Like, you don't want to go to, you just don't want to pick a school just because of the name. Like, yeah, it's the name, like UCI or UCLA or an Ivy League school, Harvard or Brown or Princeton. Like, yeah, they have a name, but make sure you know like the program. Like, that's so important, on what it can offer you. So like for me, like our program, like we had like a lot of different things that we did inside the school but outside study. And also like there was a program called the NYSP program, which basically takes students to New York and they're immersed in theater in New York, and they're training, and they're they're training with different choreographers, different people that are on Broadway, things like that. Like, I was interested in that program, and that's why that really helps me make my decision on UCI as well. So make sure that you know the program, because that's important. Like, come on now, you're spending money to go to a school, so you want to make sure like it's a school that you want to really go to, because like I said, you're spending money on it. Next, demographics. Now this can be a really big thing for some people, and other people it's really not that big of a deal, but especially I feel like for minorities it is a big deal, because like you want to be surrounded by people that can vibe with you on a different level, on a racial level as well, you know what I'm saying? So if you are a person that is like, I don't know, leftist, or is a person that is, you know what I'm saying, like is used to having like people that look like them, or people that are around their background, and you go to a school that is, I don't know, not that, like that's gonna have an impact on you and your mental and your mental and physical state, and also your grades. It's gonna have an effect on that, very much so. So make sure that you go, or you pick a school, or you are willing to think of a school that, you know, can take that into account, like the demographics, because like that's a really big thing. Like, I think that's why a lot of black people like to go to, or that is also why, you know, we created our own type of school, HBCUs, historically black colleges. Black people go to a lot of historically black colleges because they can vibe with the demographics and the, you know, the culture. You know, it's our culture, it's our experiences, and we can like experience things with other people that are like us. So I feel like that's why a lot of black people go to HBCUs, because it's an experience. For myself, I didn't go to a HBCU. I went to a school that was completely different. I'm in Orange County, very much white. That will be another video. Me, a black little girl. I'm not little. I mean, I am little because I'm only 4'11", but you get the point. Me, a black girl in Orange County. I will talk about that in a different video. But yeah, like that was a big move for me. But you know what, for me personally, it was about education. That was the most main thing, important thing. I want to make sure I had a good education. And if that meant the demographic was, you know, iffy, because there literally is only 2% black people on the campus, which means there's what, like less than 1,000 people, less than 1,000 black people on the campus. Okay, that's like nothing. Literally nothing. So, but for me, like I said, the education was the main thing for me. And honestly, my mom has always taught me that, you know, in my profession and what I want to do, I'm gonna be like the only black person, you know what I'm saying? So I've already come from that. I already know how to deal with just being the only black girl, so it didn't really faze me. But anywho, the next one, I have to look at my notes. I'm sorry, I'm like a note person. Social life. So some people, this is very, very, very important. You know, they done went and did their thing in high school. They're finally getting away from their parents, and they are getting a social life. They want to experience everything that college has to offer them, especially with the social life. You know what I'm saying? The parties, the clubs. I mean like actual clubs, like activity clubs. They want to experience all of that. If you are that kind of person and, you know, social life does really matter to you, then make sure that school has that. Like, I'm telling you, like, you're gonna be there for a while, so you want to make sure that you're getting the most out of it. So yeah, so if you are into social stuff, then make sure that the school has that. And also look at like what kind of clubs that the school offers, because, you know, I think a lot of schools offer a lot of clubs. I know my school had so many different types of clubs, organizations, and you could start your own club, okay? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take that much. So definitely like check up on that, and like I'm telling you, do your research. Research the schools that you are gonna put on your list to apply for, okay? Because it's very helpful, like, to know what the school offers. And maybe you found something in the school that you didn't like. You're like, this is a deal breaker, off my list. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to research the school. This one is a big one. You're going to be there for the next 4, or if you're transferring 2, or maybe 3 if you'll take a 5th year. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be there for a while. So you wanna make sure the school that you pick is the school that you think that you can be at for those years. I repeat, you wanna make sure that the school that you pick is a school that you can be there for those years, okay? The reason why I'm saying that is because, like, you're gonna be there for a while. Like, you want to make sure that you can dwell, or you want to make sure that you can exceed and, you know, be the best you that you can be at that school. And also, like, if you're going in a different city, like, you want to make sure you can vibe in that city. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you are a city girl from New York City, you know what I'm saying, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Bronx, one of those places, and you're out in the boondocks, I don't know, Colorado, you know, that's a huge difference. You know, feel me? Like, you want to make sure that you can handle being out there for 4 years or 2 years, okay? So make sure that when you pick the school that you want to pick, like, take that into account. Or even, like, if you want to add that specific school on your list of schools that you want to apply for, make sure that you take that into account, because that is a huge, huge, huge thing. That's why, like, for myself, like, I knew I wanted to be in California. I wanted to stay my butt where I know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm in Orange County. That's a huge demographic, huge different type of vibe than the Bay Area vibe is. But LA is like 30 minutes away, so you know what I'm saying? Like, the vibe in LA is kind of reminds me a little bit of home, so that was a perk for me. Like, I had LA to, like, fall back on if I really needed it. So definitely. The last thing I would say to do is, when you are picking a school, or you're picking the schools for your list, definitely do the pros and cons of the schools. Like, that will help a lot. For myself, I was actually debating on 2 schools, UCI, and I won't name the other school, but the blank school. And it was very, very hard decision for me. But what I did was I made a list, pros and cons. My main thing for the other school was that it had a bomb social life. When I tell you, social life was on fleek. Social life was on fleek, okay? They had football teams, basketball team, baseball teams. Like, I'm a person that likes to, like, go to different events. You know what I'm saying? Football players, they were looking good. But as far as the major goes, it wasn't as great. But at UCI, the major was amazing. It offered me amazing things that I can do. But the social life at UCI is kind of whack. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's just not popping like that. So that was really what I was weighing my options on. Like I said, the main deal breaker for me was my education, and my mama is paying this money for me to go to school to have a good education. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna pick a school that has a better education. So that's why I picked UCI. And I'm glad that I actually picked that school, because I met a girl that actually was at the other school I wanted to go to and was in that major, and she actually transferred out of that school to UCI and had a better experience at UCI. So, you know what I'm saying? God really works in mysterious ways. So most definitely make the pros and the cons of the school. You are not going to regret it. It is going to save you so much time when you're trying to pick the schools, or you're trying to pick schools on your list. Speaking of lists, if you are making lists, I feel like everybody should make a list of schools that they want to apply for. Definitely have at least, at the minimum, 5 5 schools, most definitely. At least minimum 5 schools. One of those schools should definitely be your safe school, and that leaves you 4 other schools. One other school should definitely be a school that you don't think you might get into, but it's like the most bestest or the greatest school you ever, can picture. And then the other 3 schools are schools that are in your medium. Definitely have 5 schools. If you can afford to have more than 5 schools, definitely do so. If you're like me, that applications are expensive, I'm not gonna lie to you, and you wanna, your parents aren't telling you can't go crazy, definitely have at least 8 schools, I would say. But definitely 5 schools, your safe school, the school you think that you really don't think you're gonna get into, but is your high dream school, and then 3 other types of schools. Definitely is gonna be the best thing to have on your college list. But other than that, I hope you guys actually like this video. I kind of like filming this, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I did like filming this video. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, okay, Zoe all day. We are trying to get them subscribers up. I have goals for myself, and I want to just give the most feedback and information to you all. Or not feedback. I want to get feedback from you all. So definitely comment below. Like this video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, don't touch anything. Just leave. Bye. But yeah, definitely follow my IG, lady_Zoe. Also follow my Twitter. Oh, I just hit my hat. I'm so dead. Shorty Zoe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like I'm saying that, or like I was saying, college experiences is very important to a lot of people, a lot of young people. So that's why I'm trying to, post as many videos about college as I can. But yeah, I'm Zoe with the T. And until next time, bye y'all.